a lovely, cool, wet day today. I love the garden when it's like this. It's absolutely beautiful. Really nice respite from the hot, humid weather that we had over the weekend. It was very sunny, very humid, very hot, so very much appreciate this cool weather today. I have a lot on this week. As I said, February kicks off and everything is going really fast, so I am pacing myself today and just taking the time to sort of just plan out my week and get things sorted. So I'm very grateful that I have the space and capacity to do that, where I can sort of have a moment to myself and figure out what I need to get done and what goals I want to get done this week. Not just for my clients, but for myself as well. There's a few things I'd like to do this year and get done. So I need to get them done today, because today is actually fairly quiet. A few meetings got moved to later in the week. So I'm happy for that, because it means that my Monday can just be a little bit better paced. Outside of that, I've got a few meetings on, as I said, a few things to catch up on, a few personal things to catch up on, which I'll get done. But I'm just really enjoying this wet Monday, to be honest. So hopefully everyone else is having a really good start to the week. I know it's really early, it's only Monday morning. I think it's about 9:30 now. I'm just very, very thankful. I've got my gorgeous little fur babies here. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You want to say hello? Yeah. They're all chasing another breakfast. You've already eaten. They're such little pigs, especially in the wet weather. They just want more and more food. What are you doing, baby? You want to cuddle? So cute. So, I'll just go get some crunchies for now, because otherwise, if you keep going through wet food, it ends up being so expensive. So that's my check-in so far, and I'll touch base shortly. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, I think. Yes, Wednesday. Oh my god, I don't know where the days are going. I can't believe we're already middle February. What on earth? I am coming to you from the car again. So I had such a beautiful yoga class on Sunday. Really, really enjoyed it. I know I touched base on Monday and it was raining. Oh my goodness. After that rain stopped, it got so humid, hot and bothersome. And every day since then, which is the rest of Monday, all day yesterday was just almost unbearable. It was so hot. So yesterday I got up early and got most of my work all done. I had some urgent things come through early afternoon, which is fine. I managed to clock off at about 4 o'clock, which I'm happy about. I do struggle to work, even in air conditioning. I really struggle to work in this heat. I got up super early this morning at 5:30, smashed out a little bit of work, got some stuff done, and then had a very early 8 a.m. meeting, and now I am heading into the city for another meeting. I have a really exciting workshop that I signed up for this afternoon, because as a side gig, and I've not really put a lot of thought into it, but I really want to do it this year. I do a lot of designs through Printify. Half of them I haven't even published on my Etsy store, because my Etsy store is a lot of handcrafted stuff that I make, but you can also use it, for Printify, so print on demand type products, which is where you design it, it gets sent off to a manufacturer who prints it, and then it gets sold on Etsy. They make their commission, you make your profit, etc., etc. It can be a little bit tricky, but I love creating designs for wrapping paper and even mobile phone covers, but I'm just starting with wrapping paper. And so I came across Bonnie Christensen, I think her name is. I've seen her pop up before, and I've never really engaged with registering, but I have registered now. So she has a live this afternoon at 3 p.m. and I really want to hop on that, because she's going to do it from now to, I think, Friday. Every afternoon you hop on and just get a guide on how you can get those designs launched. You don't always have to use Printify. There's other companies that do it, and actually sometimes if they like it, they'll buy it and print it on fabric, which I think is really cool. That's something I dabbled with probably about 8 years ago. I made these beautiful designs from photographs that were taken when we were travelling across Canada, and they were not really that great photos, but I thought they would look really good on fabric when you sort of use it as a tile. You know, you tile the images together. And I found a fabric place where you can print them, and I got some test swabs sent to me on fabric printed. They turned out so well, but then I was like, but I don't know what to do with the fabric now, because you purchase it, they deliver the printed fabric to me as a roll, and it's like, now what do I do with it? So this is a really great alternative, because it's similar to a print on demand where someone wants that design on fabric, so it only gets printed on the fabric for order. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. I've already gabbled for 13 minutes. It's long enough. I'm going to just cruise into the city. I'm going to put on a favourite podcast and chill and relax. The road is so clear ahead, so it looks like I beat all that traffic with my shortcuts. I'm so thankful that while I was waffling on to you guys, I realised my error and quickly turned off and took the back streets. So I'm very happy about that. I hope everyone is having a great week, even though it's only Wednesday, midweek, hump day. Wishing you all the best, and I will check back in shortly. Ciao for now.
morning, everyone. It is very early on Monday morning. It is about 6 a.m.
I have been up very, very early. I've got a lot to get through today. I realised that the last I picked up the camera to chat to you was on Wednesday, and then since then it has just been really, really busy. Had my visit in the city, had my meeting, managed to beat most of the school traffic coming home, which was great. Did my my course in the afternoon, which was really interesting. Most of it was just purely information for the first one. Had a very quiet evening on Wednesday. Thursday was just flat out on the laptop, so I was just clinking away all day. I think I inserted a little snippet before anyway of me. That was literally my whole day. I did have a lot of phone meetings. We also had a meeting for personal reasons of someone coming to the house that was quite exhausting. I find because I know it doesn't come across in the videos, I'm quite introverted. I can be quite social. I think I'm on the cusp, but because of that introvert personality, I find myself very exhausted after having lots of human interaction when I'm around a lot of people. So by Thursday afternoon, with all the meetings and especially the in-person meeting, I felt myself very depleted and very tired. So I had another quiet evening Thursday. And then Friday came around. Honestly, I don't even remember what happened Friday. I got up in the morning, I smashed out some work that had to get done. I think it was so hot on Friday, it was really, really uncomfortable. Just had a fairly cruisy time just doing a few things around the house, didn't have too much to do. And then in the afternoon, I did have to hop on the laptop and do a couple of things for some clients, so I got that done. And then another Friday quiet evening, and then Saturday woke up to really cold weather, raining, but we had to go down to Camden markets. That's where we get all our fresh eggs from. We get them, they last about 3 weeks. We get quite a lot of them. We do have a lot of eggs in this house, for anything really, not just for breakfast, but for cooking and whatnot. So we took off really early. We left at 7:30 in the morning, and we got to the markets. It was good actually, because it was really heavily raining at home, and it must have been moving down the coastline. So when we drove to Camden, which is south, for us it's only 45 minutes away. By the time we got there, it was a very light sprinkle. By the time we left, which was 8:45, that rain that we'd had at home when we left had hit Camden, and it was absolutely bucketing down. So we got to the car just in time and then headed home. And then honestly, it was raining on and off all day and was quite cold. We did not do anything. I did some puzzle, which I've inserted clips just previous anyway. Very lazy day. Watched a few documentaries. Honestly, didn't do anything. Yeah, it was just so cold. Saturday night was really cold as well. I do like to be home on those types of days anyway and just keep them nice and cozy, so I didn't mind having a very relaxing. It was my first full-on week where I spent a lot of hours on the laptop, so I was quite happy to have a break and just chill. And then yesterday we got into the garden. It did rain in the morning, but then it subsided probably at about 11 o'clock. So we got into the garden. I didn't film anything. We were so wrecked because the rain stopped and then the sun came out, and it was so hot and humid and almost unbearable. So we were in the garden till probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, absolutely exhausted. Went out and got an early dinner, grabbed a coffee, came home. Well, I'm not drinking coffee still. So I had a chai. We came home, had a shower and put our feet up and did absolutely nothing all evening. The garden is starting to look really, really good. What we did, we've laid it all with sandstone that we got for free from somebody on Facebook Marketplace who was trying to get rid of it from their property. So we picked that up like 6 months ago, and it's been sitting in a pile ever since because we haven't had the time. So it does feel good that we got that done yesterday. It's still a work in progress, still a lot to do, but it is looking way better than what it did before. So excited to finish that project. And that's literally my weekend. Last night we put a movie on. We watched that latest Jurassic Park one, which did nothing for my stress and anxiety levels. It was so action-packed, my goodness, but it was good, enjoyed it, good movie, and that was it. And now all of a sudden it's Monday, so I thought I'd sign off on this video because I realised that I hadn't really chatted to you since Wednesday. As I mentioned, it's been flat out. I have not much else other than that to say, so I'm going to sign out and I'm going to catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.